NCAA women's volleyball on Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus, live from the historic Smith Fieldhouse in Provo, Utah, where today the 10th-ranked BYU Cougars host the 18th-ranked Baylor Bears. League play has begun for everybody but Baylor. BYU won its first Big 12 game in any sport Wednesday in women's volleyball, three-setter against number 20 Houston. More on that in a moment. Kansas is about to serve at Texas Tech as we speak. Great to have you with us. Jeremy Jordan alongside former Cougar from BYU and now the Houston's in the league, we have to clarify, and USA International Amy Gant. BYU comes into the league, pick number 2 right away. Baylor's been in the top 2 the last 6 years. The year they weren't, they were number 1, tied with Texas. Went to the Final Four that year. This is the battle for one of the best spots in the league tonight.
It really is, and this could be the first of many big matches. It could be the making of a rivalry. These are two teams that have year after year put great talent on the floor, and tonight is no different.
Second meeting all time, but BYU and Houston, a battle of Cougars, was on Wednesday night on ESPN2. Deuce set one by BYU in set 1, and then BYU ran away with it as Erin Livingston got her 1,000th kill. And
Erin Livingston continues to just shine for BYU, and she's really got a target on her back at this point entering into the conference season. She is going to be up against a double and triple block every single time she hits the ball. It's going to be really tough for her to find wide open kills, and so she's got to find a way to be successful with a lot of defense in front of her.
23rd Cougar in BYU history, 9th in the rally era to eclipse 1,000 kills. The big news though for Baylor, Kendall Stowers out today with an undisclosed injury. She has led the Bears as a standout freshman.
Really, just a freshman, she is so exciting to watch. She is tough, she works hard, she leads this team, she passes 6 rotations, hits most of the balls, and is the kill leader. This is a huge thing for Baylor to overcome, and she's frustrated to not be playing on the bench, but you can bet she's going to get that leadership even on or off the court.
Kenzie Dowley is courtside reporting today, and Kenzie, both these teams are excited about this matchup.
Yeah, Jerem, I spoke with both coaching staffs for BYU and Baylor this week, and they shared what their teams need to do to win today. Coach McGuire said his team's blocking needs to be on point to slow BYU down. He also said they need to play clean, limit errors, and win the serve and pass battle. The BYU coaching staff said they've seen a lot of 6-2s recently and that they will need to adjust to defend a slide and a 5-1. Baylor also runs a very fast offense, so they'll need to have fast hands on the block and defend a lot more back row than they've seen.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's introduce the starters for the Baylor Bears. The same they've gone with all season with the exception of Stowers out. Riley Simpson, the redshirt sophomore from Colorado Springs in. Briseño at libero. Carlson, the sophomore setter. Sophia Keene playing DS on the back row in this rotation that they begin. Middle blockers, Andrew and McGee. Manuela Bibinbe is the other middle. McGee, of course, the other outside. That is Ryan McGuire. Has been to this gym and won with Cal Baptist of the NAIA on the men's side, so he feels like he can bring another team in here and beat BYU. Meanwhile, the Cougars, coached by Heather Olmstead, who's the winningest coach, minimum 3 years in D1 volleyball history by percentage, assisted by David Height and Johnny Neely, as BYU goes with the typical starters of McCumber, Billiter passing on the back row, Mia Lee, Whitney Bowers, Erin Livingston, and Whitney McEwen-Laranis. Today's officials, Dan Hauser, R1, Sydney Spray, R2, line judges Jeff Merrill and Marcus Moore. Baylor has won the only other meeting in 2017 at the Outrigger Challenge in Hawaii, a 5-set winner. And today they meet in the Big 12. This was one of the matchups preseason that when we saw, okay, we know they're gonna play Baylor at some point. When is it? And this was a big one. And we are stoked for this one, and great to have you with us here on ESPN+. Aria McCumber gets us underway in Provo with the ace.
And you can bet this BYU squad wanted to come out and really take control from behind the service line from the first point. McCumber, a traditionally very strong server.
Here he starts in rotation 5. First swing, McGee. McCumber right up to Bauer, goes for the dump, is blocked in the middle. And the kill is good, 2-0 BYU. Andrew did a nice job to read Bauer, who is really good when she's in area 5, rotation 5 and 6.
She is, and if you look at that continuing kill from Livingston, what Bauer did, although she didn't get a kill on the dump, it held the middle and allowed some open space, and Livingston could get that kill.
Low set, but nicely done by Elise McGee. What Baylor has, Amy, is a team that is, one, expected to be good, but they've got talent. Lots of top 100 players coming out of high school. And height, what they don't have is experience. A lot of freshmen, sophomores, and no seniors.
No seniors on this roster. And talking to Coach McGuire, he said, I don't think I've ever had that before. So what it is, it's going to create some pretty fantastic players as they learn and grow into this season.
This place is already buzzing early. They know that this is a big game. They know that BYU, ranked number 10, has an opportunity to try and win some meaningful home matches, because who's knocking on the door next Tuesday? It's BYU at Texas. And if BYU wins today, that'll be a top 10 matchup. If BYU doesn't, it'll still be a top 15 matchup. But number 1 and 2 in the preseason in the league. That float serve goes out of bounds from Lairness, as you see Ryan McGuire come in here. I said, hey, what memories flood in? He said, well, benches used to be over there. I remember we used to go over here, but they've remodeled this. It's been a minute, because when he competed with Cal Baptist, it was 2002 to 11. So some things have changed. Terraflex, new video boards, new seats, a little bit nicer. Aaron Livingston out of system. Carlson, easy dig for McCumber. Livingston, she's got 2, 4-2.
And the challenge then for BYU is so strong defensively. It's turning those defensive plays into transition kills. They're going to pop balls up. They've got one of the strongest defenses in the country. Can they transition that offense and continue to score on those opportunities?
Whitney Bauer with the one-handed palm up dig, but Livingston goes wide, 4-3. The best rotations for each team. BYU, rotation 6. They started in 5, hitting 362. Baylor's is 5. They started in that, hitting 285.
Well, and you can feel just how fast both these teams like to run their offense. Very, very quick offenses on both sides.
Aaron Briseño from San Antonio. Played with the U.S. Pan American Cup team in Mexico. Collegiate national team this summer. A couple on each side, including Aaron Livingston, who goes back to serve. There's an Instagram account called Volley Dork. He's got the metrics for women's volleyball. He says, based on the percentile on different efficiencies, Aaron Livingston, number 19 in the country. As Ali Check is like, hey, take this, number 19. The 6'4" sophomore from Sugar Land. 12 players from Texas on this Baylor squad, and the lefty opposite gets it.
It's so great to go up against a lefty. It's hard to replicate that if you don't have it in the gym. And so defensively, blocking, lining up, lefties can really change things.
Mia Lee out of the middle. The freshman from Mountain View High School in Orem nearby. Contrary to popular belief, Volley Dork is not my Instagram handle. That is somebody else, just so we're on the same page there. Off would be Bin Bay. No one set yet, but the middle's involved for both teams. 6-4 BYU, and that's a double from Carlson. Carlson, tremendous freshman year. Freshman of the year in the Big 12. First team all-conference, preseason, all-selection as well. Steady and consistent, says Ryan McGuire. Seniors told her what to do last year. Now she's telling everybody what to do now as a sophomore.
Yeah, it's really hard as a setter. You've got to craft that offense.
Second ace for BYU McCumber, and now Kamaile Hiapo as ace man lays down a second. I swear those signs get bigger every year. Oh, that's the one he shows, and then he lays down a smaller one. I see. Okay. And there is one OPK. Overpass. Hill. Nicely done by Riley Simpson. She's going to need to contribute in a way that she doesn't have to be Kendall Stowers, but she's got to be Riley Simpson today.
And she's offensive and physical there on the outside. And you can see how fast, when Baylor's in system, it's really tough to block them because they run such a quick set to the outside.
6'4" redshirt sophomore, had 6 kills against Pacific. McEwen Lairness thumps it 9-5. Wednesday was a pretty interesting match, Amy, because it's like, okay, first Big 12 contest, top 20 matchup. This is a good one with Houston. That first set was super tight, and then BYU just blew the doors off it in set 2 and 3.
It's interesting how you can get that momentum, especially in this kind of arena and environment. The crowd can become a huge factor quickly.
That one goes long from McGee, also 6'4". I'm telling you, Baylor's got some real size in this game. They just lack the experience, and they're certainly getting it. Ryan McGuire loves the group, says they're growing every day, getting better. He's excited about what the future looks like for this team. Hey, Oda be young, but ranked 18th.
Well, and I think, Baylor wasn't afraid to have a really tough preseason.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have gone into really tough places and performed well, and just really got to credit, hey, this is a good team, and we're going to be good, and we're going to learn.
Claire Little with the block on the left side. BYU up 11-5. You talk about challenging yourself, taking on Wisconsin, Minnesota, Rice, all ranked teams, Washington State, that's BYU's one loss, Ohio State, and now in conference against BYU. So 6-4, but ranked 18th. That tells you the respect they've gotten from those wins. Timeout Baylor, 11-5. Cougars more than doubling up Baylor in the early going of set number 1 here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
The human eye is drawn to light. Can't help it, it just happens.
How do you plead?
For mercy.
If you want to be inspired, you got to show up with the willingness to be inspired.
And even when things don't go as planned, we can still have hope.
Man, I'm so proud of you.
I just knew that it was season ending.
A shot and a goal! Ellie Vaughn!
That's cool.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
We were born to run. There's a spark in your heart and a fire that's in your eyes. For the hope that you know everything's gonna be alright. Living our best life, taking it all in stride. The light will be our guide. We were born to run. We were born to run.
If you go to Baylor and you want a good seat at the football games, you got to be able to run. They have the Baylor line, they all run up, and then they run across the field to their seats.
Really?
Absolutely. And another ace for BYU out of the timeout. The rare come out and get a point against the team that called the timeout. 12-5. Ace man's been busy early, 12-5.
Going back to that,
Yeah.
do people fall at the front and get trampled? Like, that would be my worry.
Luckily not.
Everyone's athletic and good.
Everyone
and
looks
not
like
me.
RG3. Absolutely. Aaron Livingston, and then McGee throws it over, and that's going to be a lift. It was too much of a cup and a throw.
It was behind her head as well. Talking to these officials prior to the season, they're really going to focus more on holding the ball and how long it's in your hands, and then if it's behind your head and you move forward, that's going to be a call every time.
5-0 run for BYU. Look at Billiter, and this one won't be caught. Good hustle, but Baylor gets the point, 13-6. There's been a good connection between these two teams going back to 2021. The football game in Waco at McLean Stadium. BYU fans really enjoyed their experience there, and Baylor fans enjoyed their experience in Provo. So these two teams are getting along quite well, even before they kind of got into the league with each other. Both Christian universities, kind of like-minded approach to the academic stuff and religion, so it's been interesting to see how well they get along so far. McGee, it's like, nope, that's not going to be a lift this time.
And I think, this volleyball rivalry that could be building here, it just benefits the fans. You can see even from the get-go, both these teams having to play at a very high level to get points. We haven't seen a ton of hitting errors. We just have seen really high-level, good volleyball.
Livingston overpass. Rubin Bay. Carlson. McGee again into area 1. Throwing it back there several times now. Perhaps that's in the scout. And Baylor on a 3-0 run.
And what's also fun to watch is that it's a game of adjustments, and you've got to make adjustments and learn as you go. And it's clear that Baylor has tried to figure out, hey, where can we find some open spots defensively on this BYU squad? And look at how the tip, maybe that power tip to the deep corner, is opening up some holes on the floor.
You're right, it's not a tip, it's a power tip.
Power.
To get it back to area 1, let's go. So Dan Graham, the athletic trainer for BYU, has been summoned to try and do his best, more than what the mop could do. Well, Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus is a must-have for Big 12 fans. Saturday, October 28th, the 2023 Big 12 Cross Country Championships will take place in Ames, Iowa. The men and women's teams from Oklahoma State look to defend their championships. Watch the action on Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus, or see it live in person at the Iowa State Cross Country course. Tickets are on sale at big12sports.com. Another good crowd in here today, which will go head-to-head in 14 minutes with BYU Kansas football. So certainly this time was allotted previously, and then the football time 13 days ago was announced. So it's like, all right, you know what? That DVR is going to be cooking.
We were made for this.
And
right?
you can watch both.
Exactly.
In the case, I would like to watch the game and not just find out the score later. You know, I'm going to make sure this is a spoiler-free environment, mainly for me, but also for you, the viewer. Manuela Bibimbe, the junior from Cameroon, will tell you her story getting to Baylor coming up here in the broadcast. BYU by 5 here. Baylor on a run of 3-0, trying to make it 4 right here with McGee. Hiapa, look at that pass. And Little, oh, great dig from Simpson. And then Little is blocked, back over. McGee, soft block, pancaked it out. 4 in a row from the Bears.
This crowd getting a little quieter as Baylor has picked up their defensive effort. They're hitting high, showing that physicality and winning these longer rallies.
Timeout, BYU, 1 for each squad here in set 1, and Baylor has climbed back into this thing after trailing by as many as 13-5. Well, Ryan McGuire coached in Cal Baptist, coached a couple of players from Cameroon. And one of those players was able, he connected with a couple of years ago, and that player said, hey, his name's Adel Tijop. He said he had 32 kills in 2009 against BYU as Cal Baptist out of the NCAA came in and upset BYU. And I called this match back in the day. I remember Adel Tijop. He was incredible as they took down BYU, and a young Ryan McGuire coached him up. So Tijop held a volleyball camp for inner city kids who were 11, 12 years old, and he had a young player named Manuela Bibimbe who was thumping balls on 11 and 12. So
she was helping to coach, yeah.
She was helping coach, but she was there mainly to thump the ball. No, I'm just kidding. McGuire noticed her athleticism. She had said, hey, come to our camp that summer at Baylor. She did. They didn't have a roster spot at the moment, so she went to Missouri State West Plains, became an All-American. Last year, Kara McGee, Elise's sister, decided to move on to Oregon. Mallory Talbert graduated, so Bibimbe, they had a spot for her, and all she's done so far this year is hit .437 and unleash on opponents. And it started actually on this court, if you will, because Adel Tijop knew her and Ryan, and now she is thriving in the Big 12. It's an incredible story all the way from Cameroon.
And Coach McGuire said she's worth the price of admission alone. She's so fun to watch and such a fireball on the court.
Been a nice addition after graduating, 2 really good senior middle blockers. Claire Little with the kill. Little's struggled offensively the last couple of matches. Had a good one there. Ariane McCumber. Is she wearing the contacts today? She is. She did not wear them on Tuesday. The red contacts that help her see the flight of the ball better as the DS. That one is pounded by McGee. Past Hiapo. And it seems like both teams have kind of settled into this match. The only difference was BYU got an 8-point cushion, but it's been +4 Baylor since then.
It hasn't, and it doesn't look like, I mean, obviously, Stowers for Baylor, they are missing a huge part of their offense and passing, but clearly the depth and the ability of this team to just step up, they look great.
Set by Bauer, into the middle, dug up, this one high for check. This one's tight, soft blocked. Slide to McEwen Laranis, through the seam, but popped up by Simpson, free ball. Bowers, Livingston, 15-10 BYU.
It's fun to watch both these teams have to be patient because they're so good that your first swing, your best swing, is getting dug, and that can do a lot to someone mentally. If you have to go to your maybe third, fourth, fifth option, and that you even have that. Credit both these teams for making it tough to earn that point.
It's Whitney McEwen Laranis, fifth-year senior from Bountiful, Utah. Check down the line. Second team all Big 12 last year on the rookie team. Number 32 recruit in the country 2 years ago. And part of 6'4", McGee 6'4", Simpson 6'4", all over the place. You always got one 6'4" player in Kate Pryor and a 6'5" in Brielle Kemavor, backup middle blocker. And Livingston goes across the court and out. So Baylor creeping up to 15-12 now.
And that size and physicality of the Baylor block is something that BYU is starting to struggle with a little. Not a lot of stuff blocks from Baylor, but what they're doing is touching the ball and slowing it down.
Alexis DaCosta from Katy, Texas with the ace. And Baylor is only down by 2. That one goes long. And you see the error tally and the 3 aces from ace man as Whitney Bauer will line it up. He's going to cross 4,000 assists in this match today. Livingston, 17-13.
And Livingston again with that really sharp cross-court shot. You can see her going to that, trying to avoid the huge block in front of her. You've got to get tighter and sharper. It's really tough, but she's worked on her physicality and can jump well enough to be able to access that.
Nice tip on the half swing from Check. 14-17. McGee with 5, Livingston with 4 to lead the way. Check now with her 3rd kill on 5 swings, no errors.
And what's so great about that is Check disguised it all the way until the end. So the defense for BYU back on their heels, not ready for that tip. Perfectly placed,
like
just over the block.
Throwing a slider with the same motion as the fastball, like you can't tell coming out of the hand. Oh, and that got weird. DaCosta and Briseño knocked into each other. Briseño went to set it, and DaCosta was right there and couldn't get the ball up. I got it. DaCosta's taller. She probably could have just taken it. Or the libero gets it on 2, get out of the way. Here's Livingston. 4 kills, 3 digs so far. Check winds up on this one. DaCosta there. Look at Chiappo on the dig. Little, off of Little and out.
It's a big block, and you can see the Baylor coaches off the bench recognizing this is the time right here. We got to get a couple points before BYU gets to 20. We're right in this first set, but this is the moment to make a run.
Chiappo, Bauer pulled out. Pryor dug up by DaCosta, and then Lee right there. And Baylor wondering if there wasn't a net on that play. Josh Walker, one of the assistant coaches, up with Ryan McGuire. McGuire's grabbed the card. And there is the challenge of net. We will
And
take a look.
it looked like mostly ball, but I think what is awkward is you've got two people hitting a lot of touch there at the net.
I think Little hits the net. On that one, I don't see it now.
Well, Lee and Little
Lee said,
collided
"No,
with
I
each
did
other.
not," yeah.
They definitely hit each other, but it looked like the ball hit the net.
From that angle, it looks like Lee or Little, but here, they do not. If anything, it was Baylor coming down. I think BYU is going to keep this point.
I think so too, and this is the critical point in this first set, and I think Coach McGuire kind of felt that more than he was probably confident that there should have been a challenge. It was like, this is a big turning point. We got to take advantage.
This season, 91% of the time in BYU matches, the first team to 20 wins 91%.
See, that's such a great stat. I mean, obviously you look and say, oh, the team ahead wins, but it almost is kind of a time thing. If you're making a run and the team is ahead of you and they get to 20, it's almost just too hard to come back at that point. So you've got to get yourself in the mix before that 20-point mark to make it close.
Well, to emphasize the point, because, hey, 20 is late in the set. 13 is 84%. 13, BYU jumped out 13-5. Really got that lead. Baylor's been way better since then. In fact, +4 to cut this to 4, but this is a crucial call here. BYU has the point at the moment, so they won't get to 20. They're at 19 unless this is reversed. We will see what Sydney Spray says.
It's interesting to see how the defense on both sides has really elevated the level of this game.
BYU keeps it. So one challenge left for Ryan McGuire and the Baylor Bears. The defense is good for both teams. A lot of size, a lot of athleticism, and that is where BYU is really thriving this year. It's Aaron Livingston, and who else is going to show up right now offensively? But they're touching a bunch of balls, and they're digging everything. And again, we have a situation where Dan Graham is coming to wipe up. This isn't just normal sweat. He's having to take something off of.
Someone's probably bleeding.
Yes.
You know, your hand.
That makes sense. I was like, did someone eat some pancakes on the floor? There's syrup. It's stuck. What are we talking about? Someone.
Well, and that kind of shows the defense really getting after it, right? These players are on the floor every single play.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Literally.
Today the blood.
There you go.
19-15 in set one. Overpass Pryor. 20-15, Brigham Young.
And a good angle on that from Pryor. You can see that ball a bit behind her head, but yet she's so strong and has the power and obviously puts it in the right spot that she's able to get that kill regardless.
First kill for Kate Pryor in set one. Gets BYU to 20. Timeout, second and final for the Baylor Bears of set one. Cougars have been really good at home this year, plus 125 in points. They've lost one set at home in 5 matches, and it was by 2 to Utah a week and a half ago when the Cougars set the program record. There's Cosmo in the house, BYU's ultra-athletic mascot who every week at home football games is busting out something crazy. Can't wait to see what he has in store next Friday night in the home Big 12 opener for BYU football, taking on Kansas in just a couple of moments on ESPN. So BYU in the Big 12. WCC was a good conference for volleyball. Had San Diego went to the Final Four last year, perennially in the top 25. LMU and Pepperdine were teams that would go to the NCAA tournament regularly. Now you go into the Big 12 where with BYU and Houston and UCF really good, you've got 6 ranked teams this week. As we take a look at the coaches poll, BYU gets the one obligatory Texas can't vote for themselves. Who are they voting for vote? So that is unanimous essentially. But 2 and 3 in the preseason poll, Baylor ranked, Houston ranked, Kansas ranked, Iowa State ranked. This is a really good conference. In fact, it has the highest percentage of its teams ranked in the top 25 in the AVCA than any other conference. So BYU enters, but it feels like of many of the BYU sports, it is perhaps the most ready to compete right away, that and soccer and cross country. So we'll see how that goes this year. There is no conference tournament, however. I believe it's the only sport BYU competes in the Big 12 where there is no conference tournament. Pryor goes way long, 2016.
And that behind her head again for Pryor. Talk about how even these teams are to finish at the latter stages. At that timeout, they each had 10 kills, 3 errors, and 26 attempts. So exactly the same offensively.
Control C. Let's copy that over. 2016, set 1. That was a bullet, but out. 21-16. Baylor in to serve for BYU, leading the Cougars with 22 aces coming in. Had one in this set. 12% ace rate, pretty good for Billiter. Down the line and just out.
These two teams trading errors, and we haven't seen a ton of hitting errors or unforced errors from behind the service line. Just high-level volleyball to get this going, but this is Baylor's opportunity to make a run, try to get back in this first set.
Bibinbe at Hiapo. McEwen Larenus beat Bibinbe with the dig. McGee with the tip. For 22. Claire Little, 3 for 8, the freshman from California.
And that play right there is very big for BYU, who, like you talked about earlier, the defense was there, but they couldn't quite get many more people besides Livingston to get those kills out of transition. Claire Little gets up there with a really hard approach, hits a heavy ball, and is finding success.
BYU in rotation 5, its best scoring one. Oh, Livy Hiapo, keep that alive. Free ball from the Arizona transfer. Overpass, Livingston went for it, and then Baylor nets. 23-17.
Well, and you talk about putting that free ball. Hiapo had to put a free ball over the net. Where did she put it? Right on the setter, who was running forward. The setter didn't want to take that first ball. She kind of mishandles it, gives an overpass to BYU, who's able to get that point. So a really smart play from the libero.
Avery Carlson, the sophomore setter, called for the net violation. Blocked by BYU, still alive for the Bears, sitting backwards and over for the free ball. Dumped by Bauer.
You can feel that one, right? He felt that one coming. Bauer was thinking, hey, I haven't called my own number yet. Let's do it right here.
Again, rotation 5, when Whitney Bauer is right there, ready to rock. Set point number 1, stuffed. Pushed over, Hiapo flying in, Bauer flying in, colliding, Livingston off the block and out. Point Cougars for the set. 25-17, the Cougars win by a commanding 8 points, continuing what they did with dominating set 2s and 3s against Houston on Wednesday. The Cougars continue their onslaught at home in a top 20 matchup on a Saturday afternoon in Provo. BYU strikes first, 25-17. Set 2 coming up here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah. Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What? Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where the future arrives daily and creativity and commerce thrive. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, where third-party cookies are cleared from the cache of history and emerging channels open doors to new customers, creating a world where the future is wide open and the possibilities endless. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
ball's here, you know what that means. More flame grilled beef from Burger King. Celebrate with us, cheer on your team. Y'all know this part, come on, let's sing. BK, have it your way.
The first set goes to BYU, 25-17, ending on a 4-0 run. Hitting 312, Baylor hit 226. Aaron Livingston with 6 kills, hitting 400 to lead the way for BYU. Elise McGee got out to a strong start, slowed down considerably after the 5 kills, hitting 176. Again, no Kendall Stowers, the leading hitter for Baylor. The talented freshman unavailable today, injured, and BYU wins first set by 8.
They did, but I'm really interested because Baylor, although starting slow, really came on towards the end of that first set. So the second set should be exciting if they pick up where they left off. Obviously, little adjustments need to be made on both sides, but really high-level volleyball on both sides.
Ryan McGuire getting to his team with some physical demonstration of how he wants them to perhaps pass the ball a little bit better.
And Coach McGuire just so great. He's just really dynamic personality, knows a lot, is really positive, recruits a tremendous team. This is a program that is just on the rise and is always going to be in the conversation.
They've been in the top 2 of the Big 12 the last 6 years. They were second 5 times. The one they weren't second, they were tied for first in 2019 when they went to the Final Four a couple of years ago. So BYU in 2018, Final Four, Baylor in 2019. These are 2 teams that within the last 5 years have been right there competing for national championships, and obviously both in the top 18 in this week's poll, and 2 of the best teams in the Big 12. Baylor at Iowa State next week, and BYU's tallest test and task is at Texas next week on Thursday and Friday in 2 massive matches as BYU plays 4 ranked teams in a row.
And I think that, as you alluded to earlier, with the Big 12, it just means that pressure emotionally is there. You have to be good night after night after night. No letdown. Really keep that level.
Baylor starts at 2 in rotation 1. Bauer, tough for Livingston. Briseño, Simpson coming over. Free ball, well done. Dumped by Bauer. Whitney Bowers, all-time setter at BYU, so aggressive when it's there, leading BYU, hitting 393, and it's on 57 kills coming in.
You could feel that pass a little tight to the net, which for Bowers thinking, oh, good.
Please, please.
My job's half done. Let me just spike it down.
You get the assist. Check unloads. Got a cannon of an arm.
And being that lefty on the outside, which is something you never see. Where, you know, I think Danny Drews at Utah a couple of years ago, just being that left-handed outside. Obviously, Czech is an opposite, but when she hits out there, defensively, the block just doesn't line up well.
Alexis DaCosta into the net. Let's check in with Kenzie Dowling.
Yeah, Jerem, between sets 1 and 2, Coach Olmstead told her team to have strong self-talk and body language when they're out on the court if Baylor goes on a run or scores some points, and to hold it in the huddle and slow it down and to refocus was what was huge in that first set, especially when their passing started to break down. So I imagine BYU is going to try to do that again if they start to break down and serve receive, to just hold it in there and refocus.
BYU's been working on that. Need to focus for longer periods of time. And felt like they did that really well in sets 2 and 3, really taking it to a really good Houston team. But yeah, you've got to do it night after night. And here comes Baylor on Saturday. You go to Texas, boom, boom. This is a critical stretch in the Big 12 competition for BYU in a 2-week span to start league play. I mean, starting at home always beneficial for BYU, but to go to Texas in week 2 for a pair, that's about as hard as it gets.
It does, and good teams are good over time and consistently can get the job done. Obviously, anyone can have those awesome highlight film plays, but can you do it night in and night out and throughout the course of a match?
DaCosta, the tie for Claire Little, overpass. With Carlson in the back row, 4-2.
And that's that start again that, you know, Baylor did not want in this second set. They've come out and missed 2 serves in a row where they wanted to maybe be the aggressors, get out on top, put BYU on the defensive to try to get out to a quicker start.
Acosta gets caught high. Briseño, hittable ball inside for Simpson. Little gets it back. Thinks there was touch. There was not. 4-3. Cougars jumped out 13-5 in that set one. Dipped down to 4, went back up to 8, but that strong start was the key for BYU. We'll see what Baylor and BYU give us in set number 2. There's Ali check. Livingston, sky-high free ball, came down with snow on it. Ibinbe out untouched.
But BYU struggling to get up quick on that block and gets called for the net. And that's kind of the challenge with this Baylor team. You can see how fast they run their offense to pins, and so the block has so much pressure on them to move quickly and get their hands up and over fast.
So Lee with the touch there. Mealy flying in the middle. Undersized but high flyer, smart hitter, getting better throughout the season. 5'11". And in this league, if you're sub 6 foot on the front row, you better be jumping out of the gym.
Which she does.
Which she does.
And also her blocking has really improved a lot. That eye work and that quick lateral movement. It's always a rough adjustment when you get to that D1 level. And, you know, even Ibinbe, coming from the junior college circuit, is struggling with that as well. It's that speed and getting quick and being able to read your setter. So there's a lot of learning still going on both sides of the floor with this young group.
Riley Simpson playing for Kendall Stowers today. Kate Pryor. Kate Pryor, so physical. USA Collegiate National Team this summer, 6'4", one of the most recruited players in the country 2 years ago. In system, she's very good. The next step for her seems to be out of system. Can you give us something? Little more in that department. Still a young player as a sophomore. You're very excited about the sophomore from Henderson, Nevada. Carlson, real high for McGee and does a lot with it. Look at Little defensively on Carlson. Back row to Livingston and down. BYU does not run back row attacks too often, but Livingston got that one on the tip.
And the reason that play worked so well is because Whitney Bauer recognized that Claire Little had dug that ball and was out. She wasn't able to be an offensive threat, and so Bauer, knowing that, set back row to Livingston. As a setter, you just don't see enough of that amazing intelligence that Bauer has.
Ibinbe gets it to go after Hiapo's incredible dig. There are times where everyone's just watching, and Hiapo and Briseño are the only ones who know where that ball's going and get it up. It is amazing to watch their excellent skill at libero.
And the sixth sense, like you said, you're there before the ball is even close.
They see dead people, Amy. Yeah, I like it. They see potentially dead plays as that one goes off Ibinbe and out. McEwen Lareness on the kill. It takes a special player to be a libero, to be a setter. Like those skills that you need to be able to help your team in most non-hitting ways are why one of the reasons volleyball is awesome. You need all kinds of different people and players that contribute to your team. 8-6 BYU. McGee is blocked by McEwen Lareness as the crowd says, roof, 9-6.
Well, and kind of going back to libero's personality, it's an interesting position because you have to be steady and calm when you pass, but then a little bit crazy when you play defense. And so it's rare to have a libero who is really, really good at both skills. A lot of times you'll have someone who's a much better passer, not a strong defender, but I think we're looking at two liberos who are good in both of those areas. It's really fun to watch.
Heather Olmstead watching her team. Got her 225th win on Wednesday. Fastest to 200 wins in D1 history by 9 games. That was incredible last year. 12-1 this year, 5-0 at home. Bauer in the middle. Aaron Livingston had run up a little quicker than the set was, or maybe it was the set, not sure. Another big swing from Allie Check, 6 for 8, no errors. She's on fire right now.
She is, and if you watch how she swings, she's hitting with a ton of space. And that just comes down to where the block is lining up because she's left-handed. You don't get that in the gym, you're not used to it, and she can get a lot more air.
McEwen Lareness on the kill. BYU doesn't have a lefty to simulate that, as you're saying. McEwen Lareness having a good day as well, 4 for 9 with 2 blocks, involved in both the blocks for BYU. Entered the transfer portal a couple of years ago and decided to stay at BYU and became a real contributor last year and this year. And boom goes the dynamite from Alicia Andrew, the sophomore from Ridgefield, Washington, who on Tuesday went 10 for 10, hit 1,000. Second Baylor player ever to do that in a 3-set match.
It's really hard to do.
Adrian Richburg did it in 2013. Did you ever go 10 for 10?
Oh.
Multi-All-American Amy Gant?
I really doubt it.
They didn't set you enough, is that what you're saying? Livingston is blocked and it hits her on the way down. We are tied at 10 apiece.
And despite a slow start, Baylor has come back a lot quicker in this second set to tie it up. In control, and now BYU is maybe playing with a little more pressure than they had in that first set. How are they going to respond?
BYU has played 6 deuce sets this year, 4 and 2 in them. Livingston down the line. Nice shot because Carlson was right there, but it bounced off the dig attempt. 11-10 Brigham Young.
And that's a good example of why Livingston is so good. That's a very out-of-system swing. She's behind the 3-meter line. She doesn't have what you call like a green light play where she's going to hit her hardest shot, but her range is such that she's really managing the game well.
Kaboom for Andrew again. It's been quiet so far for Andrew, 2 for 4, so not perfection today, but still pretty stinking good at 500.
And look at all the space that Andrew has. They're finding ways to attack the gap.
Briseño. High for Pryor, got the touch, 12-11. Cape Pryor 3 for 5.
And this again, very good for BYU as they are getting Lareness the ball behind the setter on the slide, getting Cape Pryor the ball behind the setter. If you can attack pin to pin, that's going to open up some seams for these hitters. That allows Livingston maybe to hit with not a triple block in front of her.
Carlson, high for check, blocked by Little. The reset. Bibinbe knocks Bauer back.
And you
tied
watch
at 12.
how fast this team is. Bibinbe is coming in. She is jumping. She's in her arm swing before the set has even come out of the setter's hands. And that's really tough. And you look at Nia Lee, as a freshman, 5'11", you've almost got to commit because, or it's done, it's gone. So you commit on that middle, and then they could set outside, and you can't close that.
Pryor got the touch again. So that's the out-of-system stuff that I'm talking about right there. That's the next step for Cape Pryor. And the middle being fed a little more, like you're talking about. We've seen Andrew with a couple of kills, Bibinbe used a little more, and so it's all up to the serve and pass. It's always about the serve and pass, Amy. Kamila Hiapo, 4 years at Arizona, this year at BYU. Out of system for Simpson, blocked and down.
It's like they were listening to you. A good example of the serve and pass game. Can't get a pass up to the net. That allows the blockers to release to the outside, set up a well-formed block, and shut that ball down.
Hiapo, more volley dork. I know you were asking for that. 13th best passer in the country, he says, as Little gets the stuff on Bibinbe on the slide, 15-12, and BYU opens up a 3-0 run. Timeout on the court. Cougars up 15-12 in set 2.
When my grandfather started this company in 1947, he couldn't have envisioned what we would ultimately become. We realized that our value to our customers is that we will be there day after day, year after year, doing whatever we need to find solutions to the challenges that they face. We are committed to be honestly better in all that we do, in every opportunity that we have to serve our customers.
We started at 12, winning 11 deep, and dropping down since 9-6. What happened when the Big 8 met the Southwest? 7 Heismans, count them, with 6 at the net, 5 on the floor, and 4 schools stronger. We put up threes, throw up deuces, and make one thing clear. We've always been greater than 12.
You know what, it's been anything but a snoozer, but sometimes you just need a little nap. Mid-afternoon, it's 1:51, I get it.
I think it's those cougar tails.
Oh, the maple bar will get you, man, all the sugar.
Put you right out.
Oh, man, yeah. That's why I never consume one mid-match. 15-12, set 2, BYU up 1-0. Check out of the back row and blocked on the triple. 16-12. BYU has done an incredible job of scoring out of Baylor timeouts. Typically, you come out, you run your play, you get that point. Like, I don't know what it is. It feels like 80% of the time. I need Volley Dork to give me that one. But BYU, multiple times, has come out of a Baylor timeout and scored. Ace, block, etc. Critical time here for Baylor. Overpassed. Bibinbe, soft block, BYU into the net. McEwen-Larness on the call. We should mention the biggest news of the week for BYU wasn't necessarily beating Houston Wednesday. It was a new NIL deal through the Royal Blue Collective from Casey Adams and Marisk, a local company, that is donating upwards of $700,000 over the next 4 years for the women's volleyball team to get mentoring and to be part of a program where they can get that amount spread out over every player on the team. An unbelievable deal, which feels like it's a football team type of deal for the much-deserved women's volleyball team at BYU.
It's really generous and just showing how this sport is growing and really recognizing these high-level female athletes and giving them those opportunities.
Casey's wife, Angela, played at BYU, and so it's fun that they are sitting right to our left, just a couple of seats over. What they're doing for this team is incredible. Off the head of Bibinbe. Out of system swing, blocked by BYU, reset for the Bears. Trying to cut it into one, but McEwen-Larness eats it up.
Well, and we saw earlier in this set, obviously Baylor making a run, tying it up, and then the BYU block just came alive. Starts with the serve, that block is really dialed in. And credit Larness, she is moving all over the court, involved in every single one of these blocks.
6 blocks already. That'll get you back into system with McGee.
Yikes.
That is a thunderous smash. 6 for 22. Baylor seems to have tried to force the middle a bit because McGee has struggled a little bit, and they're still trying to get Simpson involved. 1 for 8. Check's been good, 6 for 10, but this set 2 has been about the middles. McEwen-Larness tip, Baylor into the net. We've seen a lot of net calls in this one. McGee.
I think the reason you're seeing so many net calls is the speed of both of these teams, and moving laterally and then getting over and pressing quickly causes you maybe to touch the net a little more than if you had more time you would usually do.
Macomber in those red contacts, getting ready for Halloween. McGee. Bauer quick to McEwen-Larness, popped up by Simpson. Blocked again by BYU, this time the not diminutive Whitney Bowers. 19-15 for Bauer in the block, and Baylor timeout.
Well, and isn't it interesting, you look at and talk about the top scoring rotations for BYU. It's when Whitney Bowers in the front row, and you would think she would be a blocking liability, you know, at just 5'9", undersized, but she's so smart. She gets up well, is a terrific blocker and an offensive threat herself. And so BYU scores with Bauer in the front row.
Bauer, one of the best BYU's ever had. She's a stat stuffer. In fact, she goes 8.4 assists per set, 1.3 kills. She's aggressive. 0.4 aces, 2.4 digs, which is a really big number there. The 0.8 blocks. Whitney Bauer can do it all.
She can, and you look at that, and it just shows the impact that Bauer has had throughout her entire career on the floor. She is a huge part of this team and their success.
And then her career numbers. She keeps climbing the charts in the Rally era, 3rd in assists, 7th in per set, 3rd in aces, 5th in digs. She's gonna cross 4,000 assists in this match. In fact, she already has. So congratulations to her on that today, as BYU got 5 years of her. She's been a starter since day one, reclassified in high school, meaning you skip your senior year. She came in at 17 years old, right after BYU had gone to the Final Four. She's been the starter since 2019. She missed some time last year with the knee injury, about 8 matches. That's it. She's been unbelievable for BYU, and it's going to be weird not seeing her. But her sister's coming in as a center next year as well. There's always going to be a Bauer on this team as long as Bowers exist.
It's okay.
Out of the timeout, 19-15. McGee gets the touch. Big point for Baylor, trying to make a run at the end of set 1 here after losing set 1 by 8. Now here in set 2, BYU up by 3.
And McGee's such a fun player to watch as well. She's so big offensively, but it's her off-the-court relationships. She really does a great job with the culture of this team and kind of cementing that.
Diapo, joust won by Bauer on Andrew. McGee stumbles and then doesn't hit it in. That stumble cost her the footwork there, and BYU gets the freebie.
And Baylor in a similar situation now with BYU getting to that 20-point mark, being down 4. Backs against the wall. If they want to make a run in this second set, they've got to do it now.
BYU opened it up. 3-0 run to finish set number 1, up 4 now. And first to 20. McGee through the seam. Huge seam. Walked right through it. 8 kills on 28 swings. They've been asking Elise McGee to do a lot.
And she has moved. You could see that she was on one side of the floor. She's on the other side of the floor, trying to find a way to open her up and run that quick offense.
Alexis DaCosta. Bauer high for Lee on the right side. Briseño! Oh, that's too bad no one got to that one, because that is a heck of a one-handed dig, falling to her left into the front row.
Terrific read from Briseño. Gets airborne and gets it back onto the court in a pretty good spot, but unfortunately, they can't finish.
Out of system now, check high in the middle for Briseño, who behind the 3-meter line can jump and swing, and did so. Livingston off the block, 22-17, and now BYU's 3 points away from being up 2-0.
And Baylor stayed steady, but you can kind of sense their frustration a little bit as they're trying everything, and then BYU continues to side out and kind of lengthen that lead.
Second and final timeout for Baylor. BYU's been real strong at the end of set 1 and now set 2. Hitting .478 in this set. Baylor hitting .200, of course, without star freshman Kendall Stowers, who leads the team in kills and aces. Had 29 in a match at SMU, so that's a lot of offense lost with no Stowers in this one. Baylor trying to figure it out. Ryan McGuire imploring his team. Meanwhile, BYU trying to stay perfect at home, where they've been 5-0, and so far, playing really good volleyball here in set number 2, especially at the end of this set.
And for BYU right now, that consistency and to not let up emotionally.
I think someone just got proposed to, so the crowd is, yeah, there it is, there it is.
Oh, that's cute.
A life-changing day. Let's hope she grew up hoping it would happen at a volleyball match. 22-17. Okay, Whitney Bauer will serve it up. 9th in active players in assists and 10th in digs. Over 1,000 digs as well as 4,000 assists. Catches to Costa. Simpson blocked, check. Still alive. Check, takes some off it. One-handed set, Lee got to touch it down. What a set by Whitney Bauer. What great defense by BYU to keep that alive. And this crowd loves a good rally and good defense.
Everyone's got to cheer for that play. Incredible effort. You get everyone on the floor, giving it their all, and a terrific save to finish from Whitney Bauer, and then a nice punch to the corner for Mia Lee.
Just like she drew it up. Check! Holy mackerel, how was that dug? Free ball from Livingston, tight, Lee right on it. Back row attack from Carlson. She's a back row player, and that means set point for Whitney Bauer, and BYU again running away with the set, just opening up the throttle at the ends of set 1 and now 2. The Sharks are out, they can smell blood in the water. That's why they do Jaws. Check, good swing. Pryor, Carlson set her out. Briseño high for check. Unloads on it, untouched, and BYU wins the second set by the same score as the first. 5-0 run to end it.
And that's where BYU, a little different than the first set, but really cranked up the energy and that level to finish. Once they hit 20, they ended with the gas pedal down.
Somebody gets proposed to, and then BYU just says, let's just end this thing. Take it to the top, as BYU is now up 2-0, 25-17 in both sets. Hit 462 in that one. Cougars up 2-0, set 3 coming up.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our economy ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What?
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where the future arrives daily and creativity and commerce thrive. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, where third-party cookies are cleared from the cache of history and emerging channels open doors to new customers, creating a world where the future is wide open and the possibilities endless. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
Welcome back to the Smith Fieldhouse, where BYU leads Baylor 2-0, a top 20 matchup in Provo. Jerem Jordan, Amy Gant, Kenzie Daly with you as we take a look at some of the stats from the first 2 sets. What sticks out to you, Amy?
Well, I think that consistency, you look at as a team, BYU's hitting close to 400. Whitney Bauer doing an excellent job making decisions, crafting that offense, and then the defense from BYU has just been fantastic.
This has been an important week for BYU, opening 1 in conference play. This is the first match in the Big 12 play for Baylor. number 2 and 3 picks in the preseason poll. We've seen some real high-level volleyball, and what we've seen is high-level volleyball from BYU to close out both sets.
Right, finishing stronger than you started. It's hard throughout a match to maintain that same level, and that's something that BYU really charged their team with, being consistent and good over time. And I think Baylor has put tons of pressure on the defense. They've got a fantastic offense, hitting really high, heavy balls that has challenged this BYU team, but they've continued to get it done. And I'm excited for the third set because I think Baylor's not done. They really showed a lot of fire despite missing one of their top players, and they have continued to make adjustments and come out a little stronger in each set.
BYU's defense has been tremendous, 7 blocks. Baylor hitting 164. That's what BYU does well. Top 10 in the country. In fact, 5th in blocks per set, 8th in opponent hitting percentage, as the Cougars have relied on the calling card of defense. We'll be back in a moment with set number 3 from Provo as BYU leads it 2-0.
If you're looking to build your brand awareness and increase market share as BYU moves into the Big 12, this is the place, BYU Athletics. We can provide the tools you need to make sure your company is seen and heard. BYU Athletics is where you can align your products and services with loyal fans that cheer for our Cougars. And they can also help your business win. Learn more about what a partnership with BYU Athletics and your company will look like. After all, this is the place. Email sponsorship at byu.edu today.
BYU was a place I wanted to be because I knew it would help me progress as a person and not just a player.
It gave him something to play for, a higher purpose, a bigger meaning.
For him to look on a brighter side of things, that's why he's someone everyone should cheer for.
Belief is everything, and I think that's what I had when I came here.
I truly believe that there is good things to find in whatever situation we're in.
We're working on a BYU engineering outreach project. In Ecuador, they have prosthetic clinics, but it's really expensive. We wanted to create a process where they could make their own prosthetics.
It was incredibly motivating for our entire team to know that this would go to people not able to provide for a prosthetic.
BYU has changed my life by giving me an education that brings me closer to God. The things that we're learning can so directly help others and improve the world.
BYU blocks been big, 7 of those. Baylor hitting 164. It's that defense that BYU brings each match. Taryn Livingston and the gang, and it's always defense, including blocking and digging.
Yeah, and it all starts with the serve. When BYU controls the service line, their block has opportunities to line up and move well, and they really got the job done, especially that latter half of the second set. That block came on and frustrated that Baylor offense.
BYU's been gazelle intense through the first 2 sets. Did that go down? And it's down anyway, so no challenge required, but Ryan McGuire going to come over and say, now wait a minute, wasn't that down?
Well, and I think you could see Coach McGuire off the bench urging his team. Something that Baylor struggled with is starting quickly in sets 1 and 2. If he can get his team going out quick right out of the gate, then it could be a completely different set.
Ace for the Baylor Bears, coming out strong in set number 3, down 0-2.
And that'll do it. What a serve. Right down the sideline, a lot of float. Really, really tough to pass.
Avery Carlson, 7th of the season. Winnie Bauer. And I don't even care if there's really any wetness on the court or not. The gamesmanship of the mop. I'm not saying whether it was that not that time, but
it's definitely.
Let's not act like nobody's used that before. Ace number 2 in a row from Carlson, and the Bears jump out 3-0.
Well, she can't be iced, is what that means right
hey,
there.
There you go. Kenzie was, you ain't mopping us. Kenzie was in the Baylor huddle. What'd you hear?
Yeah, Jerem, piggybacking off of what Amy said about Baylor getting going early on, that's exactly what Coach McGuire said. He said they've been coming from behind all game, so they'd love to get dialed in early on. He said they need to get better touches. They're passing and digging balls 20 feet off the net while BYU's putting balls right on their setter's head. So he said they can get dialed in and get the ball pushed up to the net a little bit more. He thinks they'd be off to a good start.
It's interesting to see this matchup and this battle because if I'm Baylor, I'm going, whoa, whoa, whoa. As there's another big BYU block. We've been the second best team to Texas. Who are you? But it is a battle the next couple of obviously weeks and months, as we're going to have a look here at maybe some a bloody nose perhaps for Alicia Andrew. This has been a bloodier affair than we anticipated.
It has gotten more mops out on the floor than we've seen all season.
Yeah, now this is not the gamesmanship bloody nose.
No, no.
Now that would be extreme. This is a real bloody nose. As Emily Boyer comes out, the athletic trainer. She's got a good resume. Interned with LA Galaxy, Naval Academy, now Baylor. Just going coast to coast, baby. Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus is a must-have for Big 12 fans starting October 28th. The 2023 Sprouts Farmers Market Big 12 Soccer Championship from Round Rock, Texas will get underway. The top 10 finishing teams during the regular season will compete at the championship. Watch all the action on Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus or see it live in person. The Round Rock Multi-Purpose Complex tickets are on sale at Big12Sports.com. Certainly going to be a fun race in the Big 12. BYU was the #1 ranked team in the land until a 1-0 upset loss at Utah State last Saturday, but beat Baylor 4-0 and prepare for Texas on Monday. Good soccer league as well. Good everything league. McGee, easy dig for Billiter. Lee with the kill, so a pair of 3-0 runs from each team begins set 3.
And Mia Lee utilizing that great jumping ability. Watch her float into her spots. She's going to jump in one spot, float into the other, and so that's really tough for a blocker to line up on her arm because obviously where she takes off is not where she ends up.
Lareness went for it. It was out in front of the bench. Yapo in on that back row to pass. I've never asked you this question, and I want to right now. There are 15 subs in the women's game. There are 6 in the men's game in the NCAA. It's 6 at the next level. Do you think that 15 will stay for a long time in NCAA women's, or will it ever move to 6 to prepare for the next level? Because I do like the amount of good defense and libero, and frankly participation that we see in women's volleyball.
I think that's a great question, and it starts also at the club level where you have a lot more, and so players maybe you could argue don't get the amount of all-around skills to come and move on to that next level. But if the international coaches have any say in it, they've definitely been campaigning to make it more like the international scene so that you do have players coming out of college who have played all around 6 rotations and have that high level, and they don't have to be trained.
And even in soccer, we've been used to 3 subs at the FIFA level forever, right? That kind of went to 5 over COVID. It was like, why are we doing 3? Let's do 5. So now what they do. But in the NCAA, it is you can sub out, you can come back in within a half. And so it certainly is different. And I understand that it's not professional. You have, for the most part, teenagers participating in the game.
And
how much are you preparing for the next level? You know, it's like, well, only a handful really go to the next level. But when you do, are you ready for that?
I really like it. The participation, and to your point, like, look at this defense that we get to witness and to see as we've got players just really honing in on a couple skills and being so good at it.
Briseño with the ace, and how about a couple of aces already? Timeout BYU at point 4. Baylor responds to the pleadings from Ryan McGuire and Joshua Walker and Jahida Cadet and Jorge Pinata, and the Baylor fans excited. 7-4 advantage to start set 3 for the 18th ranked Baylor Bears.
Life can be challenging, especially providing the necessities of life. Hunger can be especially difficult to recognize, but everyone deserves access to quality food.
Full of Hope is a charity all about giving back to hungry families in need. By helping make the food, our BYU student athletes are able to make a first-hand difference in the lives of those who really need it.
By partnering with Feastbox, we are able to generate the funds to serve those in need. 10% of every dollar spent at Feastbox goes directly to the cause.
We started at 12, running 11 deep, and dropping down since 9-6. What happened when the Big 8 met the Southwest? 7 Heismans, count them, with 6 at the net, 5 on the floor, and 4 schools stronger. We put up threes, throw up deuces, and make one thing clear. We've always been greater than 12.
Okay, Baylor down 0-2, needing to get this set, have come out, hitting 250, but it's not been about that. It's been about tough serves, including a couple of aces. Lauren Briseño getting the latest one, inducing a BYU timeout, and she goes long that time.
And to your point, Jeremy, you could see BYU really disrupted in their side-out percentage, hitting only 33%, where they've been close to 80 in sets 1 and 2. So that tough serve from Baylor to start this off has really disrupted that BYU offense.
Here's Aaron Livingston leading the match with 9 kills, hitting 278. Carlson one-hander to Bibinbe. Livingston with the dig. Claire Little into the net. Claire Little had such a strong start to the season. 28 kills in the first 2 matches. 9 kills, hitting 0-0-7 the last 3. Perhaps part of the freshman experience, but also Heather Olmstead has told us, listen, it takes time to get real consistent stuff, and I've had to throw some freshmen in there. And, you know, the pressure's on to perform, and they're starting to learn as Check gets that ball bounced off the dome by Mia Lee, 8-6.
I think you're right on with freshmen. Sometimes they come in just blissfully unaware, and so you can play with such abandon, like, oh, I'm just gonna go up, what, it's hard?
Yeah, it's Pitt in the opener,
yeah,
whatever.
Exactly, and then you kind of settle into reality of like, oh, I've got to be good night in and night out, and it just isn't what you should put on a freshman. It's a learning curve and really tough.
Kate Pryor blocked it, kind of lost it. Bauer flies by and it goes down for Simpson on the kill, 9-6. BYU won the first 2 sets by 8 each. Baylor trying to get this thing to a 4th set and go from there. Meanwhile, BYU fans are like, hey, let's get out of here in 3 so we can all just watch the football game as the only stream. Kate Pryor to Area 1.
I also think BYU fully recognizes how dangerous Baylor is as a team, and you don't want to open the door even a little bit because this team's so talented, so physical, and they can really get going.
There's Billiter, 23 aces now to lead BYU. Simpson, good pass up to Carlson. McGee. Bauer, back set to McEwen. Laranis for the kill. Well executed by the BYU offense.
It's that quick transition again as Laranis working hard, not only offensively to get up and over, but defensively. She is working that lateral movement on both sides.
Billiter. Chicken winged, look at Bauer, push it back to Area 1 and then pump you up. 9-9, what a play by the super senior.
And a ton of control. She can put that exactly where she wants it, down to the dime.
Does anybody know this court better than Whitney Bauer? I mean, she's been here 5 straight years, every day. Ace! And BYU is on a roll, 4-0, and up 10-9.
Hannah Billiter really has come on this season behind the service line, upped her game, and made herself just a huge part of this BYU success.
Last year played in 5 sets. She's played a few more than that. Now up to 24 aces on the year. She has 11 in the last 5 matches played as BYU takes the lead back on the 4-0 run. Well, Aaron Livingston and Hayden Livingston, her husband, split today competing for BYU of sorts in Big 12 play. Aaron, of course, on the bench leading the way in this match. But Hayden sent me a photo of him. He's a grad assistant. He helps in the box, right? Sent me some photos. This is him at the BYU football game against Kansas, which is underway, of course. I'm not going to spoil it, don't worry. And Hayden helps out with the defense. And so they are split competing in different sports in Big 12 play, which is fun. I'm sure they're going to collab later about how it all went. Aaron Livingston's story, too, is a good one. Of course, crossed 1,000 kills on Wednesday. Played for a small club in Southern California where she played middle blocker. She was on BYU's radar, but once she became an outside hitter, was more on BYU's radar, but didn't have a scholarship for her initially. Walked on here, earned a scholarship, became a key player the last couple of years, and became the 23rd Cougar to reach 1,000 kills, which is pretty awesome. Amy, you are a part of that group as well. You are fifth in BYU history, 1,755. And then Kenzie would have been, had she been at BYU the whole time. She almost got 1,000 at Utah, 979, and then had a massive fifth season, 364 at BYU. So Ken's ended up with 1,343. 3,000 kills between you, and I did not contribute a single one. So good for you guys. You guys are awesome. McHugh and Larinus and Bauer on the stuff, and BYU absolutely rolling right now. Nine blocks for the Cougars in this one. They come in fifth in the country. Ibinbe.
A terrific pass, not only to get that much needed side out, but to get Billiter off the line, who had been very disruptive. It's an opportunity now for Baylor to get the lead back.
Little. BYU thinking there was some touch there. They do call touch, and no challenge required. BYU was going to challenge it if they did not. 12-10.
Claire Little just getting that finger as she hit that ball out of bounds, because that was a quick play and was a big-time point for BYU to get that ball back. Just right off Carlson's fingers.
Yep. Little was confused on the rotation for a moment, saying, "No, I don't think I'm serving right now." But Heather Olmstead was like, "Yes, you are. You are coming out."
Like,
Alyssa
no,
Erickson is coming in. Alyssa Erickson's husband is Ethan Erickson. He's a tight end on the football team. So the Livingstons and the Ericksons got the same situation with football today. Good serve by Erickson. Soft block, Billiter. Livingston, 10 kills now for Aaron. He's been 10 plus in 12 of 14 this year.
And this defense, obviously, for BYU, but once again, Whitney Bauer just doing such an excellent job keeping her team in system, making the right choices, putting the ball in the right spot to make it look easy for her hitters.
BYU hitting .406. BYU loads up on Andrew. And BYU gets the point. A lift called. Those two hands shifting at different times there. You agree on that one?
I think it was a back row call. What I was interested in is the Heather kind of getting into it with the up ref, saying, I got it. She was almost on the court making that call herself.
Trying to be the fifth official.
Yeah.
The back row attack, not a lift, as we said, 15-10. But Erickson continues to serve. Timeout Baylor, second and final, as BYU opens it up to 15-10. Baylor had a nice start to this set, Amy. Up by as many as 3 with 7-4. BYU called a timeout, and since then it's been all BYU.
Hannah Billiter really came out and kind of turned the tide a little with that tough serve to get BYU back in control. The serve really starts it. Are you going to be the aggressor? Are you going to be the team on the offensive? And Baylor really has struggled to consistently be that team. And they run such a quick offense that they're usually in that position. But BYU has done a nice job to keep that pressure on.
Check out some scores around the league. As you see some of yesterday's game. Texas Tech with the upset of Kansas. That was the first ranked win for Tech since 21. Iowa State dispatching with West Virginia. Texas with the sweep. Tough one between TCU and Kansas State. And there are 3 matches, including this one in conference play going on today in the Big 12. Baylor and BYU, most high profile of them with the top 20 matchup. Kansas and Texas Tech will do it again today. Kansas 15-10 Cougars, 11-3 run for BYU since trailing 7-4. Erickson had 20 aces last year, by the way. And another back row attack. So you have to jump behind the 3-meter or 10-foot line. This is the United States, let's say 10 feet. You have to jump behind it, and that's 2 in a row touching the line.
And that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It is, because look at what Baylor accomplished. No block up, nobody paying attention to that play, but just couldn't execute it. Well drawn, though.
It's a freebie, and 2 in a row. They go to the well again, and it's not a back row attack, violation rather. It is just out. So really trying to go to that. Ryan McGuire told us, listen, when option 1 of our game plan doesn't work, can we be good in adjusting to the next thing, including certain variations in our offense? And the last 3 points have not gone well for the Bears. As BYU now running away with this thing, 17-10. McEwen Laranis went up to block the potential shot across the bow, but it hit her and down, so it got weird quick.
Bad bounce. She's wishing she had just stayed on the ground, waited, and then set that ball.
Or just swung. Cougars up 2-0, 25-17 in both. Oh, that one was an excellent serve. Livingston deep and good.
And we'll probably have a challenge here.
Touch was called. Ryan McGuire's got one more challenge. Now would be a good time for it because this one is in question. And I love this part of the conversation because it's like, he's basically saying, who said what? Touch is the challenge, so.
I think this is a good one. I didn't see fingers at all, and this is a great time for Baylor at down 7 to turn this, win this around, gives them that extra kick and that burst of energy to come back.
No fingers, right? Nothing bends back here.
And interesting to look at check how that hand is surprisingly, her fingers are tight right by each other, and you don't see that a lot because usually you spread your hands really wide, but she's got that taped pinky and you think she's protecting it a little bit. See how interesting? You've got the one hand that is just tight.
The one hand that's tight. I think you're right. I think that pinky is being protected there. There's safety in numbers.
Exactly.
And the 5 fingers are the safety there. Interesting. Yeah. Look at the observations.
Or she's so good at blocking that she can like pull her fingers back together as she recognizes it's going out.
Wait a minute.
That would be really, really good.
She's just squeezing them together. And
pull that
and then
pinky
sometimes
back
she does the Vulcan thing, depending on who it is. 18-11. This is a great challenge. 1, because Ryan McGuire's going to get it back. But 2, it's got to slow BYU down here.
Right.
BYU's on a 6-0 run prior to 6-1 run prior to this, but this is going to flip to 17-12. Now you're still in this, right? If it gets to 18-11, big BYU run here, end of the set, end of the match, like you're hoping to get this thing to 4. This is a great time for a challenge. Even if he wasn't quite sure, it's like you got to go all in on this set and this moment. And I'm pretty sure BYU just scored a touchdown because they're watching the game. Again, this is a spoiler-free environment. I don't want anyone telling me anything. And I'm not going to tell you anything, okay? With
Maybe
BYU
he was just
Kansas.
watching a TikTok, and they were all fired up.
I did see a funny IG reel yesterday that was like, what if people reacted to books like they did movies or TV shows? You're gathering people around to look at some text. Oh my gosh. That was funny, yeah. Oh, I said this was spoiler free. What in the way? Come on now. Yeah, BYU's lining up for a PAT there, so they scored a touchdown. Sydney Spray. It was called.
Really?
Oh, what touch did Sydney Spray say? Oh, she's saying it. She's saying the ball landed in regardless of touch. Now that's something we did not look at, is where the ball landed after. They used some of their cameras that we do not have, and they determined the ball landed in bounds. And so it's gonna stay. That's not what I challenged, is what I think I'm reading.
But they look through
yes.
the entire play.
But if you had okay, you didn't touch it, but it landed in. That's BYU's point. So no challenges now for Baylor. And the ace. And this thing is, barring a miracle comeback, over now.
That was a big point. And what's hard about it is, did you win the challenge? Yeah, there wasn't a touch.
But it landed in.
Right, that's so difficult.
That's something to have considered stronger when we looked at that replay is, well, does the ball land in? Because even if you didn't touch it, so what? Briseño, Carlson, McGee, bodies everywhere. Bauer flying around. Livingston, another one. 12 for Aaron Livingston, and BYU sprinting to get out of here.
And Livingston again, that out-of-system swing. Everyone is out of sorts on the floor, and yet terrific control down the line, kind of that no-look swing. The range that Livingston has developed with her hard work over the course of her career is just really something to be appreciated. As she, talking to the coaches about her start, is she has been the author of her own story. And that has been incredible work ethic in the off-season and just that relentless, not give up attitude.
20-12, BYU 5 points away from the sweep. Again, at Texas next Thursday and Friday. One of those on national TV. Livingston is blocked by Czech. Fourth block for Baylor in this one.
Livingston trying to just reset that point by hitting into the block, hoping her team could dig it. And the block from Baylor, just showcasing that size, that incredible front line that Baylor's in right now. It's going to be tough to get the ball past.
Nia Lee had to catch up to it, did not. 20-14. Baylor tries to rip off a big run here and make a comeback and get it to set 4. BYU trying to get out with the sweep. BYU 17-1 in sets at home this year, and the one they lost was by 2 to Utah. BYU up a touchdown on Baylor. These two teams swapped wins in football in 21 and 22. 22 was a hard-fought, crazy overtime game for BYU. Baylor won more convincingly in Waco in 21. Check with the tip. The throw, but it wasn't behind her head, so it's good.
That was a terrific approach. You watch Check, and she gets so much power out of that approach and a big live arm.
The pins are bigger than the middles for Baylor. That's when you know you got some serious size. 6'4" on the pin, 6'3" in the middle. My goodness. Livingston again. The only thing that Baylor lacks is experience, and they are getting that actively.
In great location, you look at Bauer push that ball all the way out really fast, but Bimbo can't get out and close that ball down.
If BYU close this thing out in 3 points, we are looking at the matchup a lot of us have been waiting for, is to see, can BYU challenge Texas, the defending national champs, as Livingston gets the kill for 23. How about BYU's aces today? That's number 6. between the preseason number 1 and 2 next Thursday and Friday, Amy.
And terrific. You can see passing with 2 as Baylor does. They've got just 2 passers taking that whole court right down the middle, taking advantage of that lack of communication.
That is one of the cons of passing 2, is all that space. Check blocked. Match point. I thought this one would be closer today. Certainly no Kendall Stowers plays into the margin here for BYU, +9 with match point. But Baylor is a good team, very young, extremely bright future. BYU trying to close this thing out. Ace to end it. And BYU dominates Baylor by 8, 8, and 10. Did not see that margin.
And very fitting that it ended with an ace, because I think the service game from BYU was just too much for Baylor. It was really tough for them to get into an offensive rhythm, as the serve and then defense for BYU just didn't open the door.
Heather Olmstead hugging Lauren Briseño specifically because they got to know each other on the USA Collegiate National Team. Heather was an assistant, and Briseño was there with Baylor, as BYU ends up hitting 387 in this one, the 7 aces, the 10 blocks, all amazing numbers. Baylor hits 121, really struggled offensively. Again, no Kendall Stowers, the star freshman outside hitter, and BYU is 13-1, 2-0 in league, 6-0 at home. Baylor is 6-5, 0-1 in the Big 12, and now 1-3 on the road, taking on Iowa State next week. Huge matchup for BYU at Texas in a top 10 matchup next Thursday and Friday.
Should be fantastic, and that's what's so exciting as we enter this Big 12 conference season. Every single weekend is just more awesome volleyball.
BYU played some awesome volleyball today, led by Whitney Bowers, always stat-stuffing contribution of 3 kills, 31 assists, 4 digs, and 3 blocks. Aaron Livingston led the way with 13 kills, hitting 348. 2 aces from Livingston, 2 from Billiter. And Kamaile Hiapo, the libero, is with Kenzie Daly.
Yeah, Kamaile, you had 10 digs today, but you have just been so good defensively night after night. How are you able to be so steady?
It's really all of my team. Like, even from the moment I first got here, I just had to step on the court, and they make my job easy. Our block, Whitney Laren is up there. Our setter makes my balls look really good. And it's just my team. It's so awesome for them to be here.
You spent 4 years at the University of Arizona before transferring here for your 5th year, and you've quite literally stepped up and become the backbone of the back row. What was your mindset coming into a new program?
Just do my thing and be here for BYU, be here for my team, and represent BYU as best as I can. I joined their culture, and I feel like a part of the family, so.
You were unable to practice majority of fall camp, and you had about 3 practices before the first game. Tell me about that process and kind of how you were able to step into this libero role seamlessly.
Well, thankfully I was here for voluntary summer practices, but all of that time sitting out, I've just been with the mindset I'm going to come in and I'm going to train, I'm going to work hard, and I know that they've been working hard just as much. So knowing that we both work hard and we have the same goals, it's pretty easy to do.
Well, congratulations, you're killing it. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to Kamaile, and a cool moment we just saw as well, that Baylor and BYU, both Christian private universities, said a prayer together on the court. That was a cool moment together as Big 12 homies sharing a moment, and BYU takes a photo of another big top 25 Big 12 win for BYU. Thanks for joining us on today's match, produced by Scott Hill and Jared Cohn. We appreciate them. Thanks to our information from the sports information directors Cameron Moo and Madeline Allen. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of the Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus. Big ones for these teams next week. For Kenzie Daly, Amy Gann, and our crew, I'm Jeremy Jordan, saying so long from Provo. BYU sweeps Baylor.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our economy ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What?
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where the future arrives daily and creativity and commerce thrive. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, where third-party cookies are cleared from the cache of history and emerging channels open doors to new customers, creating a world where the future is wide open and the possibilities endless. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
It's a special moment. We worked hard to get to this moment right now. He's gonna throw it. Caught. Touchdown.
With college football on ESPN+, you get the defending champs, Boomer Sooner, the Horned Frogs, Death Valley, the Swamp. It's the best teams and the biggest conferences.
Can you believe this?
And so much college football action from across the country. So sign up now at ESPNplus.com.
गिरानी हमारी अखिया से गिरानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे छे दिलवा रोए के जान गिरानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे छे दिलवा रोए के जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज
तोरा जीना हम हूँ जीना ही पाइबो तू जहाँ चल गेली और हम आइबो तोरा जीना हम हूँ जीना ही पाइबो तू जहाँ चल गेली और हम आइबो गिरन तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान गिरन तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज
के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से दू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़बै के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से दू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़ब के रानी सोमी लागे आंसुआ गिरैले देहिया काप के लगे जा के रानी हमर अखिया से